Slow turn me down.
Slow turn me down.
I'm more of a concern.
You're more of a concern. So, all right, a little background. So, John and I met a while back through Facebook.
That's super good.
So, just, we were going to talk about topics that are hot button topics. We'll eventually expand this out into Facebook, and look at your questions and call in. John's friends will be able to do it. But I don't have a I first want to start out by saying my intention on the show originally today were to talk about police and some of the stuff going on, but I do want to recognize that this morning Blake Snyder, officer in St. Louis, was shot and killed. He's from Alton. Most of us know him one way or another through family or something, and that our thoughts and prayers are with his family tonight. So it's this is kind of hit home. So with that, Rob Honky, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, my friend?
Well, I've been a resident of Alton pretty much my entire life. Born and raised here, lived in Carbondale for a few years, lived in Florida for a short time, but been back here for almost 20 years. Been working in the same place for almost 20 years. I am the owner of Honky Properties, LLC. We're a commercial real estate outfit. We have office and retail, and Brian is a really good friend of mine. I've known Brian for, 30 years.
You're speaking third person. He's right there.
I broke my second broken bone was on his half pipe in the backyard.
Yeah. So we've been good friends
My
for a long
half-pipe days
time.
are long gone.
We've been good friends for a long time, and he asked me to come on the show today. And I'm used to being on the radio most of the time. It's for barbecue stuff. This is my first political show, so don't crucify me for it. But most of you out there on Facebook already kind of know what my views are. So,
which is why you're here.
I ain't got any nails, but I would.
what are you doing? Mike's crucifying me.
Okay, so Mr. Hawkins, tell us about yourself.
Michael Hawkins, 48, soon to be 49. I can't wait to hit the half-century mark. I do furniture restoration out of Swansea, Illinois. Have for 16 years, my own business, entrepreneur.
Do very well.
And I love vacations, and
take a lot of them.
I do.
And
that's the luxuries of having my own business. And
so we'll start out with thank you for the introductions. Again, thanks for coming on the show. So, Michael, you and I, we talk a lot on Facebook.
yeah.
We haven't really had. What was the gentleman's name we had on earlier in the year that was talking about trade?
That was Robert Viviano.
Right, great guy. Gave us a good high level of trade issues, and he said something that I still kind of hang on to. He goes, I went back and watched the show, and he says, I don't have to like Trump to vote for Trump. And I thought that was interesting. And Rob, you and I just had this kind of exchange just a minute ago.
Yeah.
But Michael, I believe you really like Trump, don't you?
I don't know.
For those of you who can't see, he's wearing the shirt.
With Trump riding a dinosaur holding a gun.
Yeah.
Trump right here. T-Rex, AK-47 in a billy club.
Oh, billy club. I didn't see the
He's
billy
got a billy club in
He
the other
does
hand.
have a billy club.
Yes, he's ready to roll.
My God.
This is probably the most.
That's the kind of president we need.
All right, so you can see now why I have Michael on the show. So, Michael, tell us why do you like Donald Trump so much? I mean, I
like him for the
stuff.
simple fact that he sparked something in me. I'm 48 years old, and I've never really paid attention. And I tell you what, I've never voted in my life, and I'm not even registered.
Really?
No.
Well, you better get registered.
Well, again, my wife tells me that
lives
too.
in Illinois, it
but
doesn't
again,
matter.
we've discussed this too many times before. I really don't think what I'm going to do is going to do anything, and I think you agree, and you've said that just tonight, that it's out of our hands. The powers that be that take care of this. We are way down here.
Here's the thing, though, and this is what I tell people. It's like I was talking with somebody on Facebook the other day, and they were like giving me a hard time about Trump, and I'm like, I'm in Illinois. I'm going to cast a vote for a Republican president, and what's going to happen on Wednesday morning? It's going to be a blue state.
Your vote's wasted.
Right, I get that, but the point voting is so. And I tell a lot of people this, and I'll share this with you on the air. Okay, it's so when my brother, most of you know, my brother was killed in Iraq. They hadn't voted or picked their leader in 30 plus years when that happened. So I come home from lunch one day. I was working. I came home for lunch, and then people in Iraq were voting for the first time. They're putting their fingers in that ink. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I go home and I'm watching the news, and I see these guys putting their fingers up with ink, and they were so I broke down emotionally so much because I take that for granted. And my brother gave his life for them to be able to have that opportunity. Voting is a powerful thing. Yes, in Illinois more times than not, especially for president.
That's the big difference between me and you.
But it's okay.
You believe in the system, and I do not.
Well, it's not. I don't believe in the system. I believe in the power of having the right to vote. You know? And I
again,
do.
and you're going through the motions. You're like a puppet. What you see on TV at the percentage. Oh, they're bare neck and neck. 49%, Trump. 48% Hillary, and then you have no statistics to give whatsoever. You're being shown this.
True.
You're being looked at this on the internet. There's no hardcore evidence you can go, that's true. That statistic or that poll is correct. I believe it.
I think they say that now, and I'm done.
But
I think
where are you going to truly get that yourself other than just on the internet? And that's produced. It's produced for you to look at and read.
I've thought about Michael's point, and sometimes I think about that. I thought, how do we really know who gets elected and why? And we don't.
You do not.
But here's the interesting thing, though, that for whatever reason, because and Brian and I have talked about this on the show, that it's very easy to hack into our election systems.
Yeah,
but what's interesting is we've have a turnover of power. And there is some vague correlation to post-vote polling and what the end results are. And so I think if you had a situation where it was completely disparate, like you might see in, a third world country where elections are stolen, but we don't really have that. And so although I acknowledge Michael's point that, there is a substantial risk of fraud, for whatever reason.
You got to kill a fruit fly.
I think that there's
Murder fruit fly.
At least in my mind, there's some reasonable basis to believe that the process is more or less legitimate.
And I want to bring this up too. I'm not sure that polling is always accurate. I mean, you do see a lot of anomalies in polling, and
You know how many different polls there are.
for the most part, you will see the margin of error is true. But at the same time, how many times especially in the last 10 years, where we've seen polling that's totally inaccurate and they've got it completely wrong and it's bounced back the other way and they go, oh my God, what did we miss? So it's not scientific. It's not science. They'll say that it's scientific, but it's not.
Well, Rob brings up a point that I wanted to touch on.
There's really no truth to finding if the poll is correct.
And I think, an interesting thing that I've started to observe just in the last 3-4 weeks, my friend Robert Viviano, who we spoke of just a moment ago, he loves to text me these whenever there's a poll coming out showing Trump's, doing this and that. And what's interesting is because I'm looking at a completely different set of polls, and part of it is
the polls at all.
It's who conducts the poll.
But so I always look at the source, but there's manipulation of reporting about polls going on.
Sure.
And there's some really good sources out there that collect a lot of information about all the polls that are taken. And so I recommend that people look at 538, .org, or .com, and Real Clear Politics.
I think Real Clear is one of the better ones to look at and look at their average.
I tell you what I recommend is logic and reason. I recommend just going with your gut feeling.
Yeah, and I think that's right. I mean,
looking at the visual aspect of what you see on media, talking to your friends, and just logic and reason. When you see somebody talking about something passionate about what they believe in, you can see it. And what we saw on that debate, it was obvious that Kane,
which one?
vice presidential.
Oh, you're talking about the other night.
That was horrendous.
I don't watch
we all
the
saw
debates.
that was playing. You cannot deny Kane was the most. He was afraid. He was shuddering the whole time. Gulping.
Did you watch it? You saw. You said
I
you
watched
didn't
a
watch
lot. I watched a fair
the gulping,
amount.
the facial expressions,
He
the
looked
tics.
nervous. He looked at.
It's just.
Well, I'll tell you why.
and
I'll tell you why, Michael. And
it was obvious.
And you can correct
he
me
knew
if I'm
he knew he
I
was
will
just
correct you,
burying
but go
him.
ahead. I'll let you say your
No,
piece.
I think he was that way because I think he was asked to do something he's not used. That Tim Kaine is not the Tim Kaine that I've known and watched.
Big difference is too is they sat right next to each other. They could have slapped each other across the face if they wanted to.
Yeah, but I think that's normal. But he was. I'm good over here, John.
Thanks for the water.
I got my Fiji water. I'm pretty good.
Maybe paper towel.
He needs paper towel.
I didn't watch it.
I did. I just wanted to see how Pence would do because I really like Mike Pence, and I liked Tim Kaine until that debate. But I said early on, he looked nervous. He looked out of sync. He looked panicky.
But
And I think it's because they asked him to do something he's not used to doing.
okay. Well, here's something else.
Okay,
though.
if he's not used to having a debate.
No.
I want to ask John a question.
He wasn't
here.
debating. He was arguing.
I want to ask John a question.
Okay,
John
arguing.
John and I have talked about politics through and through for how long have we known each other, John? About 5 years? 5, 6
more
years?
than that. I think it's like 10 years.
Pretty close. So yeah, it's been right about the time Obama got elected is about the time you and I became friends. And John's totally polar opposite of me in politically.
He's on an island today.
Well, but here's something.
I can't hardly even get on the screen.
Here's something funny though, and
Are you
here's
being
something
narcissistic?
that you guys
are you
might
trying to get on the screen?
You guys might.
I'm sure he's blocking me. I'm right here.
All right, you guys might believe me or might disagree with me on this, but I think that the whole vice presidential debate is pointless.
It is.
It's stupid.
I don't think it is.
I don't know why they even
love
have
it.
them. Nobody watches it, and the people that do don't care. And most of the time it's a
I thought it was
one-sided,
very-
ridiculous Hail
I
Mary
thought it was very
pass by
impressive.
one side.
I
or
thought
the
it was
other.
better than
It's so stupid.
Trump's and Hillary.
Oh, I'm sure it is because they're not. Those guys are going to go out there and swing for the fences. Trump and Hillary are going to go out there and dance around everything, and that's what they've done.
They didn't dance around there.
I don't know.
I thought so.
Did you think that? I mean, that's not Tim Kaine. You
No. And actually, I mentioned this before we went on air and also on Facebook, that Tim Kaine actually is a rare person in the sense that when he was chosen as Hillary's nominee, they actually went to Republicans in the Senate to try to find somebody that would talk trash about him, and they couldn't find anybody. And if you talk to people from the state of Virginia, I mean, because he has a reputation for being a nice guy, but also somebody that will work with the other side and is open to try to explore.
To my knowledge, there's a video of
negotiations.
Tim Kaine talking crap on Hillary years ago,
Well, they all
slandering
do that.
her.
They all do that. That's politics.
But it's a pretty bad video. I haven't watched it, but I've heard people talk about
Well, I
it.
think a lot of
Well, if you
people,
haven't watched it, then how do you know it's a bad video?
I was going to ask you the same thing,
From people
Mike.
telling me that
I'm no
it's a bad
fan of
deal,
Hillary's. Don't get me wrong.
that for somebody to
But
for
you
your
gotta know.
for your vice president running mate to talk bad about you
So I will tell
in
you
this
why,
manner.
I will tell you why Tim Kaine is the vice president, because he stepped down from the DNC, so Hillary Rodham Clinton can put in Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and she said in 2016, when I run for president, I'll make you my vice president. So he stepped down and let her run so she can do what
How
she
do you
did.
know that?
Because it makes sense.
So in other words,
Brian's
he doesn't.
actually CIA.
Okay.
Yeah. So in other words, no, he doesn't. know.
I'm just
ask you this.
asking.
said
I
that.
mean, is that a fact or is that just an observation that
can
you
I
made?
prove it? No.
No, okay.
If I
It's an
could prove
observation.
it-
Like I said, he has no idea what's happening.
even if I
None of
could-
us do.
No
Now-
further
now
further
look-
questions, Your Honor. No further questions.
None of us have any clue what the U.S. government is doing.
Objection calls
and
for
who's gonna be the
speculation.
president.
Sustained.
All right.
We do not know. Period.
So we're having a party in here. We're going to take our first break. We might disagree. Brian, John, special guest, Robin, Michael. We'll be right back.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Trigger Talents course covers the mandated curriculums of Illinois and Florida. Our facility allows for a safe, professional, comfortable in any weather shooting environment. We utilize a variety of law enforcement targets to illustrate the best shot placement for stopping threats. Our advanced course, CCW Plus, is the only in the state to offer training from a real vehicle in road rage, carjacking, and parking lot scenarios. Over 1,400 people have trusted Trigger Talent to be their choice in concealed carry and advanced instruction. Shouldn't you also?
Special guest Rob and Michael with us today. So we were just talking about Tim Kaine, how he became vice president, and I was just getting ready to jump in. I can't prove it, which if I could, I wouldn't, because I don't want to end up dead. So,
Nobody's going to kill you. You can make all the accusations you want.
Put it past Hillary.
So the second thing I want to say too is I hope people don't truly believe that Donald Trump picked Mike Pence. I don't think that was a choice he
No,
had.
I agree with that.
When I watched that vice presidential debate, what I saw was Mike Pence preparing to run for our office in 2020. That's what I saw. They wanted him to run in 2016, and he wouldn't do it. That's what I saw.
There's an interesting bit of rumor that suggests that Donald Trump had picked Mike Pence, had announced it, and I think was having second thoughts and was actually making some inquiries about possibly replacing him for somebody else. I don't know if it was Chris Christie. I can't swear to that. But
I can't imagine.
He's actually taking a lot of
Christie.
advice. No, he's taking advice from Chris Christie though right now.
Yeah, but
especially the town hall meeting.
I don't see him picking Christie for anything.
No, but Christie was making a pitch to be VP, and
yeah, oh
and
yeah,
Trump said
absolutely.
no.
Christie will be his
He
attorney
had too much.
general.
He had
Yeah.
like your buffoonery and stuff. Christie has too much of a buffoonery background.
I think
He does. Christie's got there's much buffoonery involved with Chris Christie, but at the same time,
That man could not bojangle to save his
no,
life.
he
I will
couldn't
say that.
he couldn't buck dance and bojangle enough.
I mean, again, I don't follow politics. This is the first time that I've really been involved.
But I think Christie.
What's interesting?
Christie will have.
Pence
a
really
place-
impresses me.
He's a good guy.
He's a clean-cut guy, man.
If miraculously Trump somehow wins the presidency, which I don't believe is going to happen.
Never happen.
No, it's not going to happen. But if he were to win the presidency, I believe Christie would probably have a cabinet position. If
Attorney
not,
General.
maybe.
No, I want to
I think
ask you
he'll
guys
be
why
somewhere
you
in
think
that
that he is
neighborhood.
actually not going to make it.
Well, the
Electoral
battleground
College,
states.
Electoral College, man.
The
Okay,
battleground
okay,
states
listen,
and
I tell you what,
Electoral
though.
College. It's
Electoral
not
College.
going to happen.
Again,
Hillary's within
have-
the margin of error on almost every. Well,
It's a rigged
maybe
system.
not Florida.
I know, that's what I mean.
Maybe not Florida and Ohio, but some
That's
of the
why
other
I'm not
swing
bothering
states,
to
she's already
register.
got it.
Yes.
It's not going to happen.
I can think all I want that my vote's going to matter.
But it does.
No, it doesn't.
Not in this state, it doesn't.
No,
And
it
here's
doesn't.
a very
That's what I've
interesting.
told you. You
Here's
just
a
said
very
you just
interesting
contradicted
conversation.
yourself.
No.
You said it's a rigged system. You said, but it does.
But-
If it's rigged, then how's my vote? Well,
What were you going to say,
Your
Rob?
vote doesn't count in Illinois, and here's why. And this is a conversation I had with a friend of mine and a friend of John's that I go to lunch with once a week. He's a local attorney. I won't mention his name, but we go to lunch a couple times a week. And I was telling him the other day that I've noticed a couple of very interesting things about the St. Louis area and here in Illinois. And I haven't seen, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong and tell me if you've noticed them or not, but I'm not seeing a lot of signs in yards for Clinton or Trump in our town, in Godfrey, where I live in Foster Township, here in Alton. I'm not seeing a bunch of signs, and I'm not seeing a lot of commercials. And I'm not seeing it in Missouri.
I think most of that is just gone by the wayside because that's old school.
No, here's what it is. And
There's signs everywhere.
here's what it is. Here's what it is. And this guy knows politics. He's been in politics most of his professional career. And he said, here's the reason. Illinois is a blue state and always will be. Missouri now is pretty much considered a red state. So these candidates aren't pumping the money into these states for advertising because they don't need to.
Right,
They
sure.
don't care. It doesn't matter.
I think if you're not
They
seeing
know.
the signs, I think probably it's because of the candidates themselves. People are afraid to put a sign up.
Well, there's
Well, yeah, it's
either
because of their
candidate- Well,
campaigns.
Because
They're not going to
you're
pump
saying
the
who you
money
support
into
right in
it.
your front yard.
Why
Well,
would they put the money into it if they don't need to?
There's
They already
also
know.
a lack of enthusiasm.
The Republicans aren't going to waste. Yeah, exactly. But the Republicans aren't going to waste money. Fucking.
Whoa!
Sorry, edit that. Pumping money into. Oh, big F bomb. Sorry,
We got
I am
past
so
the
sorry.
First break.
Yep. The Republicans aren't going to waste the money dumping money into the state of Illinois.
Well,
The Democrats aren't going to waste money pumping money into Missouri. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make financial sense. They don't care.
So there's Trump signs in my neighborhood, and I live in not a really low end neighborhood. As I travel around, I'm gonna probably pull a picture. I can't find it. What's interesting is I was up in Iowa. So your point that I was up in Iowa 2 weeks ago, and there was a tremendous amount of commercials going on.
Battleground, though. I mean,
Exactly. So there was a lot of commercials, and there was a ton of Trump signs. They're everywhere. And they're like putting them on by the highway, by like telephone poles.
but that's the whole point.
But I haven't seen a Clinton sign.
That's my whole point. Yeah, well, you're in Cornhusker territory up there, you know?
Trump's going to win Iowa. I don't think Hillary's
Hillary's
really
not
A lot of
gonna
those
win
signs
Iowa.
might be privately done too,
But
and
look,
not
but
having
think
to do
about
campaigns.
states like
Somebody
okay,
else is
but
paying
hold
for
on a
those
second.
signs.
They are.
Think
Those
about
big
states.
signs.
Think about states like Nevada, where it's really tight. And this particular guy that I go to lunch with, his wife and a bunch of lawyer friends of hers were out in Vegas a month or so ago, and they said you couldn't watch television without seeing they said 90% of the commercials out there a month ago were all Clinton or Trump and just constantly being bombarded with stuff, and every sign on the road was political. Every business was covered.
Where are we
in
going with
political
this with
stuff.
signs, though? I'm curious.
Well, I'm just saying that the money is where I'm going with it. They're not
I'd rather get to the nitty gritty about signs and
in the states where
get down. But let's talk about signs.
Well, I understand, but I'm talking about money. And the signs are money.
Signs are money.
And signs are money. Mailers are money.
And enthusiasm.
And it leads
radio ads are money. Television ads are money. They're not wasting money in states where they know they've got it sewn up. They're wasting. They're pumping all the money into states where they know that it's 50-50.
There's a science to this process. And that's where the money is going, is that they can now, with the state of technology today, they can actually target not just zip codes, but particular streets in terms of mailers to send out. Yeah. So
there's nothing really insane about it.
Well, I mean, it's just BS. It's not what our system's supposed to be like. You know, it's not what our forefathers set it up to be. It's turned into.
I'll touch on that forefather stuff. You're talking about stuff 200 years old.
Then it'll never change.
If you want to start about forefather stuff, it's time to turn it all upside down. I already expressed that to you. It's time. It's been rewritten over and over again. You know, don't tell me that we all follow the Constitution and that's our rights and all of our
don't.
because the Patriot Act
haven't been for a long time.
The Patriot Act got rid of that many years ago.
I agree.
For no reason at all, somebody can walk into my house and not even say a word to me and strip me right from my family and take me away with nothing.
See, it was interesting to bring that up, Michael, because I
what
said
constitutional
that.
rights is that?
I said that during the Boston bombing. I said I saw something.
I could say something on Facebook.
I said it before it happened. I said it whenever the Olympic bombing happened in Atlanta. And
I tell people constantly.
Well, the Patriot Act didn't go into effect until what?
No,
2004.
But I said it before the Patriot Act happened. I said this is how they're, and I remember watching it. I remember exactly where I was the night that it happened, and I remember sitting there with one of my fraternity brothers in college. This was 20 years ago. It was 96. I remember sitting there watching it, and I remember saying, "This is how they get us. This is how they're going to get us. And it's going to be."
He's just slipping them in there. You don't hear him.
I'm not saying any. I'm sorry.
I didn't even hear him.
I cursed earlier.
They were there.
I'm not cursing
you
anymore.
used your one helping verb for the show.
I've used it up. I've used up my get out of jail free card.
Listen, I posted on Facebook the other day, and Michael, you and I talked about this earlier tonight. Was Hillary Clinton's an audio that I got from Anonymous of Hillary Clinton at a fundraiser talking about Bernie Sanders people being basement dwellers. But she said something else in there that I thought was more significant, and nobody picked up on it. She talked about redrawing the district lines to get the Republican Congress out. She said the most important thing we got to do is once I'm elected.
They all do it, though. That's gerrymandering. They all do it.
But I get that. I'm not saying it's exclusive to Hillary Clinton.
And I'm not defending Hillary because
you don't even lines there to redraw.
I'm just telling you, that happens all the time. Look at Texas. They're doing it.
Try connecting all of this on this Formica. And that's how many lines you're going to try to redraw.
They've done it in Illinois. They've done it everywhere.
All right, so let's take a quick break. We'll get right back to this. We might disagree. See you in a minute. Thanks.
All right.
What was that?
Calc Institute of Technology is working for you with career programs for today's jobs. As a career student, you can expect a welcoming atmosphere with exceptional personal service, small classes with one-on-one attention, a set class schedule, and short-term programs that will get you into the workforce quickly. Calc has 2 locations for your convenience located in both Alton and Fairview Heights. For more information, visit Calc online at www.calc.edu.
Private
right.
thing.
It's warm outside now, but cold weather will be here soon. Protect your home and save money with Eagle Board premium vinyl siding from Eagle Home Improvement. Each Eagle Board panel covers twice the area of conventional siding. That means less air seeps into your home and you keep more money in your pocket. Eagle Board's beauty and performance will last a lifetime. Call Eagle Home Improvement at 259-2500 for a free no-obligation estimate. Eagle Home Improvement, where integrity counts.
Halpin Music Company is so much more than just a music products retailer. We do have great products at great prices, but we've been long known for our exceptional customer service, our friendly sales staff, and highly trained, experienced repair technicians. We have great and talented music instructors, students young and old alike, all age groups. So I invite you to come to Halpin Music Company and experience the Halpin Music Company difference.
All right, thanks for being patient and waiting back for us to get back. We might disagree. So, all right, so we were having some kind of...
Four of us disagreeing here, I think, a lot.
All right, so we may have to have Rob leave for a while and come back. So
we're going to put him in timeout.
Timeout. So John, during the break, you had a topic you wanted to bring up.
Because a lot of people, they say, well, like Mike's expressed his thought that why register to vote, because I'm just going to throw my vote away in a state like Illinois. It's lopsided. And
you've seen all the scandals in the past.
But some people, they've actually come up with a system where you actually have an agreement with somebody in a different state where that vote matters, and they agree to swap votes. So it's an honor system.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I've never heard of that at all.
It's interesting that
people
are starting to do that. Oh, yeah, sure. They're not selling the vote.
I don't think it's a significant amount of people that make that big.
And I think we're getting into a sign subject here again. I don't see the importance of the swap vote.
Well, I think what he's trying to say is,
aren't we here to talk about?
It's part of the process.
Our political candidates that's going to take over our country for 4 years.
We are, but we're also talking about how that happens, and that's part of the process.
Again, we don't know how that happens.
Well,
it's all speculation.
I don't know how Trump got the nomination.
Well, I think so. I'm glad you bring that up.
He got that by simply just.
But for Michael,
the people just dominated him.
Okay,
it's plain and simple.
I'm making a joke, and I say that in jest, and here's what I mean.
He whooped all those butts. Every one of those candidates, he slammed them.
But here's how he did it, and this is it's on both sides, and you've seen it.
I'm about ready to overtalk you.
Look at you and I talked about this at dinner earlier, so don't even go.
Yeah, but you're stealing my time, man.
I'm not trying to take your time. I'm just telling you. You and I talked about this earlier. I see the same frustration in both sides, and it's how Bernie Sanders almost and probably should have been nominated. Because other than the DNC cheating him out of it, which happened,
Bernie's a wimp.
I don't care what anybody says.
Bernie's a wimp. Period.
Yeah, but he should have won.
He was bad years ago.
He's bad. He's terrible.
He crumbled. Yeah, he totally buckled.
I totally agree with you. Bernie Sanders is a socialist. He's horrible. I would never want him to be president. But at the same time, the dude was beaten up on Hillary in the last few days, and the DNC worked it to where they made sure she got in for whatever reason or another.
Yeah.
But
let's talk about labeling.
But it's the same argument.
Socialist, Democrat, Republican.
Okay, but it's the same. Listen, Mike, it's the same. It's the same problem though on both sides.
Dictator. Everybody says Trump's a dictator.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you can see how fringe candidates like Bernie and Trump get nominated because people are tired of the same crap. They're tired of the status quo.
I tell you what, as far as I'm concerned,
I'm sick of it.
I don't care that he gets considered a dictator.
Well,
I don't.
Well, he won't be a dictator if he wins. That our system would never allow that. It wouldn't happen.
In that format, though, somebody needs to really crack down. Our country has gone completely upside down and chaotic. And basically what's happening is, and you're seeing what Trump has done. You can't deny, and he's even said it over and over, when he goes on, and when he goes to his rallies, and the amount of commotion that he creates, and just the sheer emotion he brings out of people, nobody's ever done that. Nobody has ever done it.
I think JFK did that, didn't he, James?
You're talking about 1960s.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you're saying nobody ever.
Nobody back then was shooting cops left and right. We weren't having riots, burning down cities left and right.
I get that, true. But
and everything else that goes on top, just piling it on.
Yeah, things are bad, man.
They were having riots, but nothing like what we're doing now.
They were having riots in the 60s. It was bad.
Well, they had riots.
People were being killed every single second in Chicago.
The Democratic National Convention in Chicago in 1968
was horrible.
Yeah.
Right. Remember how bad that was?
So everyone loves to pretend like these are
we shouldn't have terrorists going on like crazy. What was the biggest thing terrorists back in the 70s was, they hijacked a little plane and threw a little bomb off.
Well, deeper than that, they killed Olympians.
Well, okay, that incident. Yeah. We're talking about incidents that were over a period of a decade, one or two.
We didn't see the rise of radical
what we see now is anybody right down the street now carrying a backpack or just wearing a vest can be strapped, and you have no idea what's inside it.
You got an Army Green backpack.
You got people that are completely, totally insane nuts that think they're going to die and go to 72 virgins and live a beautiful life in the afterlife.
Oh, I get it, man. Listen, it's a problem. And
if I thought that for real in my head, I'd blow myself up too. And not give a shit.
Did somebody frisk him? Did somebody stop and frisk before he got
I did just slip a little SHT there.
I have never heard anybody say that.
But I mean,
it's a good way to
think about it. You're thinking about, hey, I'm going to go to a beautiful place and there's going to be 72 virgins there for me, and I'm going to sacrifice it for my religion, my God. I'm not going out.
Listen, I think things are bad. I think, too, that we're seeing more now because things are so public now. You know, things are more in our face. It's a 24-hour news cycle, which we've never had before.
That's social media, too.
It's right here.
Social media, yeah. This.
Mostly right.
Every one of us got it sitting right here in front of us.
Yeah. Every one of us has got
The
one
world is
sitting here.
connected.
Yeah.
Now, it didn't used to be that way.
No. And it's connected. We see everything.
It's forever connected. These things, all of our old phones,
we're tethered to each
they
other.
go over
and
Pakistan,
to everything
Afghanistan,
else.
everybody else, and they take our old phones. My phone here someday will videotape somebody's head being cut off. I guarantee you.
I hope not.
Well, no, it is. When you look at the phones, when you look at the videos, and you go to, what is it, Live Leak?
Yeah.
LiveLeak.com?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, people, you go there, you'll see some real stuff. Not YouTube.
No, I know.
And you'll see it for real.
What was that
and
old-
you'll see.
Oh, you see
and
some bad stuff.
it's
Yeah,
terrifying.
they're all refurbished phones. Everything ends up
And
somewhere
everybody's sitting there.
I don't care how
Everybody
bad
around is watching the beheading, and they're all videotaping it
Yeah.
So,
and they're all refurbished
with
phones.
your phones.
Yep.
so I got something interesting about that. So I always wondered why, and I've always said, there's no way I'm going to sit there and let somebody cut my head off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought, why do these people do that?
I never figured that out either.
I know why now. I've dug into it. They fake it like 20, 25 times. They fake doing it. They just rehearse it with them. They never do it. They never do it.
They keep bringing them out and bringing them out and bringing them out.
Bringing them out. And it's the same thing.
And they don't know that it's really going to happen until it really happens.
That's how they do it.
Yeah, they just scare them.
You realize that I can connect.
Yeah, they scare the hell out of them for
with-
30 or 40 times until they're just so sick and tired of dealing with it.
I
that
can
they
connect with ISIS
okay,
through my
it's just
phone.
going to be another...
Through Facebook.
Don't say that on the show.
Well, you can.
I know you can. There's a guy in Godfrey doing it.
Right.
Yeah. You can connect with anybody through Facebook.
So the question is,
I can go to Japan
why do they allow
Facebook.
it? Why do they allow it?
Who?
Why do they allow ISIS to have a Facebook page?
Why does who?
Whoever runs the internet.
Who runs it?
The government.
The UN now. The UN
If you think Mark
That's where I was
which is
going.
if you think
ridiculous.
Mark Zuckerberg is not involved with the
That's where I was
government,
going.
The UN now, which is ridiculous.
That's where I was
It is
going.
not in our...
Mark originally had Facebook secluded.
That's
it
a
secluded
different
for
subject
a long
altogether.
time.
The molded, crusted,
I guarantee
antiquated, dead,
You saw that.
disgusting, criminal, corrupt United Nations is now in control of the internet.
Have you ever watched any of the Edward Snowden's documentaries?
Yeah.
Now the one that we're in the very end of the documentary, the one that I watched, it's chilling. Whenever he asked the person, "What's being monitored? What's being monitored through the system?" Just the average Joe. How many people are being monitored? And he writes down the number on a post-it and gives it to him, and he's even blown away because he doesn't even realize how many just your average Joes are being monitored because they got to pick out of the system. Again, everything you type.
They can't follow everybody, though.
No, they can't follow everybody.
They don't have enough
I tell you
manpower
what,
to
the
watch
number was in the
everybody.
millions
Well, here's
of just your average Joes.
Really?
Millions.
I guarantee you, I'm on the list.
Well, do you understand?
You see, you might be on some kind of a list somewhere
Hold on,
down the line.
John,
Do you understand, Michael, how the process that they use? They use algorithms.
Yeah.
And they
It's
use
keywords.
computer systems. Right.
Everything you type in Google, when you type in a search thing,
But how do you think they catch these people before
That's how
they
they
blow up a bomb? That's how they do it. Is
I
that
dare-
they
I dare
send
you
an
to type
email
in-
to
I
somebody.
dare you
I
to type
remember
in
20
right
years
now.
ago. 20 years ago, there was a program called Carnivore.
Don't do it.
Google,
Yeah.
how to make pressure cooker bomb. My whole phone is recognizing, and it's going to tell me how to make a pressure cooker bomb on multiple levels on YouTube. Why isn't YouTube removing every single one of those?
That's a good question.
Why aren't
They
they?
don't have time.
Oh, yes, they do.
They do.
Yes,
They
they,
They don't
do.
have enough guys
You know
to
how many
do
people-
it.
Yes,
You know
they
how many-
do.
Unless
How
they
many
can create an
videos are
algorithm to
uploaded?
filter it out.
No, all they got to do is make the system anything involved with the word pressure cooker inside a video.
Yeah, but what if I'm shopping for a new pressure cooker? And I look that up, am
You're
I
not
going to
shopping for a
jail?
pressure cooker on
he does have-
YouTube.
he does have-
You're not
Why
shopping for a
not?
pressure cooker on YouTube.
Why not? On Google, I might. I might Google.
Or how to
I might-
use your pressure
I might
cooker.
look for that. I don't use.
What
a
I
pressure
think was
cooker, but-
hilarious is when the pressure cooker bombs went off last couple weeks ago. Jimmy Times, I made tons of jokes on Facebook about it. The word, and they wouldn't say pressure cooker bomb. They just say pressure cooker.
Right.
The pressure cooker, pressure cooker, pressure cooker. I was like, oh my gosh, can't you just say pressure cooker bomb? A pressure cooker is a device you cook things in, and steam, and make food, and they couldn't say pressure cooker bomb.
Yeah, that was
Explosive, pressure cooker, the pressure cooker.
And you were giving him trouble about
everything-
election signs?
But it's ridiculous. You should have heard the news. If you didn't, and you watched every time you clicked on MSNBC, Pressure cooker, pressure cooker, pressure cooker, pressure cooker. It was hundreds of times.
And they wouldn't call it a terrorist act. You know, they were really dodging it. All right, let's take a quick break. All right.
Pressure cooker. Signs.
Thanks.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
One of the greatest myths about car dealers is that some pay less for their cars than others. Hi, I'm John Roberts, and we all pay the same. Here at Roberts Motors, we can compete with any Ford dealer, regardless of how big they are or how great they say their deals are. The number one concern of anyone buying a car today is service. At Roberts Motors, we pride ourselves in exceptional service before, after, and during the sale. Stop in today and see why Roberts has been the home of happy customers since 1949, or see us online at RiverBender.com.
Calc Institute of Technology is working for you with career programs for today's jobs. As a career student, you can expect a welcoming atmosphere with exceptional personal service, small classes with one-on-one attention, a set class schedule, and short-term programs that will get you into the workforce quickly. Calc has 2 locations for your convenience, located in both Alton and Fairview Heights. For more information, visit Calc online at www.calc.edu.
Trust Family Auto Sales and Cycles focuses on providing you with the highest quality used vehicles in the Riverbend. Before hitting the lot, all cars are thoroughly inspected and serviced in our very own repair shop. We make sure your future vehicle will look like it just came off the assembly line. We have a massive selection of cars with price ranges to fit any budget, and our motorcycles look like they just came off the showroom floor. Trust can finance any credit situation and have you on the road in no time. Whether you're looking for a car, truck, van, SUV, hybrid, or motorcycle, Trust Family Auto Sales has you covered.
Oh,
the main media has told you how to do that.
All right, so we're back. We're still talking stuff. So,
pressure cooker.
Stop it. So we've talked about signs and pressure cookers. So let's get on to the good stuff. All right, so here's why I say when I'm going to go back to Trump, and one of the things I've said, obviously, I respect the Republicans for allowing Trump to win the nomination. You know, how many Republicans have come out now? 30. Some Republicans, have come out against him and not supported him, which I think is significant, and I think that's the right thing to do. And that's my part where I bash the left. Hillary's equally as bad.
They've all come around though.
And maybe
not all of them, but I mean most of them have, because they have to, because it's deniable.
Well, I mean, I don't think they have to. I don't think they will. I don't think they should have. That it shouldn't be about party. It should be about principle. And that's my problem with the Democrats. They allowed Hillary, with knowing everything that's coming in, and she's equally as bad as Trump, and yet they don't say a word.
She's not equally as bad. Trump? No way. Now, I think that's surprising that you actually just said that.
Well,
that's bizarre that you actually just said that he's not equally.
He thinks Trump is worse.
Oh, really? You think he's worse? You're kidding me.
I don't believe that.
Yes, I do.
He's a businessman. He hasn't been in politics for over 30 years, and Hillary's been there for 30 years and screwed everything up for this. What is she going to do for the American people that she hasn't done in 30 years? Just like he's talked about. It's the same thing. He's been a businessman, and in business, you do have failures. You do have many lawsuits and everything else that transpires.
He says,
4,000 lawsuits? Do you have any idea
look at what the guy has done.
You got to
What has he done?
Everybody sues for everything.
When you got that much money, you get
sue. I could sue you right now.
I get.
Well, yeah,
go ahead.
See, I can sue you. I'll sue you. I'll sue you.
Hey, you got a comment on Facebook.
Everybody does.
What good are virgins? I want experience that.
What?
What good are virgins? I want experience.
What good are virgins?
That's what this person said. It's just saying. Somebody commented on your thing. What good are virgins? I want experience.
I think a big problem that I've got.
I was trying to deflate that
with the Republican Party is that they had 16 candidates at one point.
17.
Was it 17?
Yeah.
Okay. 17. One of the problems that I have when I listen to so-called liberals, I don't even call him liberal. John Pawloski is a liberal.
Yes.
He's not a
No, he's a progressive.
I'm none of them.
He's not a leftist.
You don't ever put me in a category.
I'm not pigeonholing you, Mike. I'm talking about John.
You know,
John is a
I'm just
liberal.
making a
He's
statement.
not, but John's a liberal, but he's not a leftist. I think most liberals now are leftists.
And again, all the labels of leftists right, everything else.
But
everybody
the
divides
problem-
those.
okay.
I'm this kind of leftist. I'm this kind of right. I'm this kind of Democrat. I'm this kind of
Well,
Republican.
that's where we are now.
You know,
the
there's so many
problem
different
that I've
factions,
got-
just like, you know, religion, how it all breaks down. Oops.
But let
Okay, let's not
Rob
talk about
finish
that.
his thought.
I forgot where I was going with this. Okay, hold on. I'm back on it.
It's going to lead to signs, you know.
The problem that I've had, no, it's not.
Yeah,
it has
is.
nothing to do with science. The problem that I've had with the arguments from the left in this election cycle is how racist and how horrible and how intolerant.
Everybody's racist.
And everyone's prejudiced, not
No,
racist.
everybody is racist.
It's different. There's a difference.
Our own
We
president
can talk
said
about
it
that
on
later.
national TV.
I know, okay.
agree on that one,
But-
Jeff.
Our own
Let me
president
finish.
said it. So
actually,
don't tell me
Rob's-
we're not. Our own president?
All right, hang on.
And he's a black
Hang on.
man himself, supposedly?
Can I
Because
finish?
whatever,
Can I
black
finish
and
my
whatever else
thought?
mix in there. And
Let Rob finish his thought.
Let me finish my thought.
Finish. Come on.
Okay, my thought has been this since the beginning of it. You hear about how horrible the right is and how horrible and deplorable and basement dwelling and all of that the right is.
I'm a basement dweller.
And
I'm deplorable. But I'm proud of it.
Okay. But
see? Go ahead.
You hear all that, yet and still
But I am intelligent.
the entire field of Republicans that ran were women. They were people of color. They were, there were Hispanics. There was a black man who's probably the most decorated surgeon in the country.
It was diverse.
Women, very diverse. But yet and still, we're intolerant. And I'm saying we because I vote with the right most of the time. I don't consider myself a Republican, but I do vote with the Republicans most of the time. I don't understand that when you got two old white socialists running against 16 other people that are
We're probably going to take the full,
perfectly diverse and
We're probably going
nobody
to take
cares.
the full circle. We've had all of the presidents in the past mixed up like you wouldn't believe, and they're all about the same.
Right.
But then we finally got the first black president, and we had him for 8 years.
No, we had him. We already had him for 8 years. It's Bill Clinton. He was the first black president.
What are you talking about?
Wow.
You don't know that?
No, I'm talking serious.
You didn't know Bill Clinton was the first black president?
Well, now you're talking buffoonery, like
Look
you
it up.
say.
It is
I'm talking
buffoonery.
about realistic
It is-
stuff
it
here.
is buffoonery.
In other words,
Look it
we're
up.
probably going to go full circle, and they're going to bring in Hillary as the first, female president.
First woman.
We've had the first black. Now we're going to go the first female. They're going to let it ride out for 4 years, but I guarantee you, she ain't going to make it that next one. If they give it to her, there ain't no way they're going to.
I think her health
I don't
is a
even know
legitimate
if well, there's a health issue too.
I think her health is a legitimate concern, and anyone who says otherwise is willfully ignorant.
She is quite screwy on some of her tape
Something's
interviews
going
and
on.
stuff. I mean,
I'm not saying that we've had a lot of presidents who've been sick in office and have died in office, but if you're looking at it from an outsider's point of view and you're not paying attention to the political part of it, and you look at what she's going through right now, something's wrong.
That's not. I mean,
she's in her she's 70 something.
Well, both of them are
68?
too old to be president.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're
Yes, they
68,
are.
69. Yeah,
Why is that so old?
Well, I don't.
I
Think
tell you
it's
what,
too
when I'm
old.
85 and I guarantee I'm going to make it, I'm not going to consider myself old.
I'm not going to make it at 85.
So, question.
I put
John,
money on
and
it.
I wanted to ask you something.
I'm destined to see the year 2050, and I want to see it.
I'll put money on it.
I'm not too focused. I'm worried about getting through the next 4 years. So,
I'm just worried about getting through this show.
it is interesting.
I was just going to say, I'm lucky we get through the next 40 minutes.
So
When you
we were talking earlier, and Michael and I were, and so Bill Clinton came out and bashed Obamacare pretty hardcore,
big time.
And here's what's funny is Republicans are taking the bait on that. That's a setup. It's a setup for single payer, is it not?
That's not a setup. It's
It
what
is
they
too.
wanted all the time.
But that.
It could be actually Bill just screwing up in his age and a little senility slipping in there, and
Bill
he says what he really
No,
thinks instead
it's-
of being told what
It's
he
all
thinks.
about single payer.
Bill
and really says it's screwed up.
Bill Clinton
Single
does
payer
not make a mistake.
In
Yeah,
theory,
he does actually.
In
Every
theory,
once in a while
single
he does on the campaign
Not this
trail.
one. This was undeniable.
Maybe.
He even talked
But
about it
I'd-
the next day.
Wasn't it Bill that actually fell asleep during the presidential debate of his own wife?
I would too.
Was it?
He did. He actually fell asleep.
So I also learned this today. So I do want to talk
He was
about
nodding off while
Obamacare,
she was while
Hold
his,
on,
while his
John,
own
what was it?
wife.
John, what were you just
running
gonna
for
say?
Well, I mean, I don't. I actually agree with Michael on that point. I don't think that he did it intentionally. The funny thing is that people talk about single payer as if it's the worst possible thing in the world.
It's not, but it's not workable. That's the problem. It's
Well-
not affordable, especially when we're. I have this.
Hang on, here's what I say.
Yeah,
You've been
I
very
Because,
quiet.
you
I'm
have
sorry.
to understand
Go ahead, John.
that our medical outcomes we have two medical care systems in this country. Our university-based healthcare system is the best system in the world. That's why everybody comes here, because we have the most
Right.
creative
Sure.
medical practice available on the planet.
Right.
But
Sort of been
the average care that most people get is substandard. I mean, we're in the same ranks as people. We have like the same infant mortality rates as like Albania and places like that.
Yeah, but that's categorically unfair to compare a nation that's probably about 17 million people to a nation that's way more diverse, way bigger landmass, way more demographic. I mean, it's like
insurance is nothing more than a scam. Period, and everybody knows
we
that.
know
If you think otherwise,
but we're not. That's
so
not
then
what we're talking about.
All you're doing is trying to recreate another scam.
But that's not what we're saying.
To make more money and to just
you can't
cheat people
compare
around.
Quality of life in places like between the United States,
the pharmaceutical
which is
industry.
365 million people, to a country that's 17 million people, that's the size of Rhode Island. I mean, you can't do it.
But why can't you do that on medical outcomes?
I just don't. It's because it's not the same demographic. It's not the same. You're talking
We
about.
we have a much more advanced economy.
I think we pay enough taxes. We can all get paid for.
So why, if we have the
and everybody gets insurance, just like Canada.
No.
Just like Canada.
You and I have had this conversation before, John. We've talked about this before.
Talk about our northern country right above us that works just fine with our system.
It doesn't work fine, but
yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Because they're sneaking down here to get treatment.
Down here, they are. I can.
So
and then we sneak up there.
No, we're
and
not.
they sneak down to Mexico. Everybody sneaks everywhere because it depends what you want. I mean,
not as much as they're
you can banter
actually,
about this.
you know what?
I'm
There is
sneaking
truth
there.
to what he's saying.
I'm going to sneak over there and go to China
And
because
for
I can get it for that. Because somebody will slash me open in the back of an office building or up in an apartment complex.
Or their drugs are discontinued in the United States. You go to Mexico to get them.
Well, and that's another problem that we've got here is government control over the drugs.
Anybody wants anything, they're going to get it.
We've got the FDA that regulates so much stuff, and I understand why they do to an extent, but at the same time,
regulate it to make money.
How many? Yeah, exactly. But how many times? All you got to do is watch. I mean,
the lawyer advertising about all the mistakes they made on the drug.
Watch where you think you are.
Watch.
There they are way up there, and then there's all the other people down there, and we're just barely down there.
John doesn't know this. Brian doesn't know this about me, and I'm going to say it right here. I'm an AIDS activist, and I have been for a long time. I donate to AMFAR every year. I've been a huge contributor to AMFAR.
We're talking about AIDS?
No, I'm talking about medical stuff, and I'm talking about the FDA, and I'm talking about what they did back in the 80s when they withheld all the patents on the drugs and wouldn't let a lot of these drugs that were being used all over the world to treat AIDS, and they pushed AZT on the population and killed more people than they even ever thought about saving.
And do you think that they did that on purpose?
Yes,
yeah, they did.
absolutely they did. The FDA was complicit.
Why would again? Everybody always says, you know, like
because of lobbyists and who's paying who and who's greasing whose palms. That's exactly what happened.
That's how you got a Trump.
They made what they could make off the AIDS people, and I'm telling you, it's terrible. It is absolutely just. It is deplorable, really, what the U.S. government does, and the FDA, and the IRS, and everybody else that does.
Unconscionable, inexcusable.
They're all using us in one big, giant, vicious circle, and I think what Trump wants to do is put a stop to that vicious circle, turn everything upside down, dump it all out.
I hope he's sincere
get rid of what
about
is not
that.
working and start from scratch. It's been over 200 years.
Yeah, but I hope he's
200 years since we've had anything redone.
Mike,
hang on.
the guy said, I hope he's sincere about that stuff, but at the same time, I don't believe it because of his past.
Right.
He's been a Democrat most of his life and a liberal.
He's been a businessman. He's been a businessman.
So what?
He hasn't been a politician. He's been a businessman.
Let's take a break.
Are we taking a break?
We'll take a big break.
Okay.
And we'll be right back with Who Might Disagree. Thank you.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
Oh, what, they got the alarm going off now?
It'll go off in a little bit.
Why'd it go off?
Because Rob had to go to the bathroom, so he's got to take it in the back way.
Oh. Is that connected to the police?
No.
Trigger Talent's course covers the mandated curriculums of Illinois and Florida. Our facility allows for a safe, professional, comfortable in any weather shooting environment. We utilize a variety of law enforcement targets to illustrate the best shot placement for stopping threats. Our advanced course, CCW Plus, is the only in the state to offer training from a real vehicle in road rage, carjacking, and parking lot scenarios. Over 1,400 people have trusted Trigger Talent to be their choice in concealed carry and advanced instruction. Shouldn't you also?
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
It's warm outside now, but cold weather will be here soon. Protect your home and save money with Eagle Board premium vinyl siding from Eagle Home Improvement. Each Eagle Board panel covers twice the area of conventional siding. That means less air seeps into your home and you keep more money in your pocket. Eagle Board's beauty and performance will last a lifetime. Call Eagle Home Improvement at 259-2500 for a free no-obligation estimate. Eagle Home Improvement, where integrity counts.
Halpin Music Company is so much more than just a music products retailer. We do have great products at great prices, but we've been long known for our exceptional customer service, our friendly sales staff, and highly trained, experienced repair technicians. We have great and talented music instructors, students young and old alike, all age groups. So I invite you to come to Halpin Music Company and experience the Halpin Music Company difference.
Lawsuits 40 years ago for Trump.
Okay, and as you can see, it has not stopped. So we're still talking. So I want to talk about. Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay.
So I want to talk about.
Woo!
There's our Ric Flair. I want to talk about voting because, Michael, you're under the impression your vote doesn't count, it's rigged, and I'm not going to argue totally that there's some riggedness going on, or buffoonery with the. Use Rob's word.
Oh, there's buck dancing and bojangling.
It's just that you guys all agree whenever
so here's
it is.
The thing, though. Let me ask you.
You're adamant about voting.
Let me answer this for me. If all this is rigged, Republicans did not want Donald Trump to be the nominee. How the hell did it happen?
You had 16 people.
It happened because of live audiences.
You had 16.
Live audiences and live response.
17.
Here's why it happened: is because everybody is connected to this.
Bernie had that.
Okay, Bernie had that, but he lost his balls.
Bernie got cheated.
Can't say balls. What I'm saying
I didn't
is,
say F.
No, don't do that.
I said balls?
No, you can say balls.
Balls.
What
balls
I'm saying is
anatomically correct.
Yes, Trump won because of the overwhelming support that was thrown his way. Okay?
You couldn't deny it. The media was covering it.
The media was.
He had more free advertising than anybody could have asked for.
Because of the stuff he said.
Because of who he is, too.
Yeah, and because of who he is.
And he didn't spend a dime promoting himself the whole time.
He did not. You're right.
No, he is now.
He was elected without spending any kind of promotion of himself.
But what I'm saying is, he said that about the primary. I won't get the primary because it's rigged, and he got it. Now he's saying about the presidency. What I watch and what I see.
Okay, but
hang on. I've been quiet for 40 minutes.
All right.
So what I watch and what I see is the news media is going crazy, frantic, acting crazy, doing crazy things. They got Tim Kaine doing things he's not supposed to be doing.
The media's doing what
they're
always
terrified.
do.
No, I've never seen attacks like this.
No. The media is flip-flopping all over the place.
They are. And that means that he's getting some
the media's in the tank for Hillary.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, the government tells them what to say, too.
And people can talk about Fox News and
Fox is
faux news and whatever they want to say. But
faux news.
That's what they call it, faux news.
If people really think that the news... If really people think that the news is not monitored by the government, you really got to be a complete idiotic moron.
One of the first things
to not know what they're going to report and what they're going to say.
One of the first things that I decided
across the nation to people
about 10 years ago was I don't believe anything that the media tells me. Ever.
Never.
I don't believe any of it.
Well,
this right here in the media is what's causing all the riots and everything.
Except for the weather, and half the time you can't believe them anyway because
those riots are brought together by people going, "Hey, let's get together," and then boom, spread the word, and within seconds. There's hundreds of thousands of people meeting downtown somewhere, burning the city down.
That's true.
Flash mob.
Right through this. Just, hey.
It started out as flash mob, which is a dance thing.
I mean.
now flash mobs.
This is going to be the death of us right here.
Burn Ferguson.
It already is.
So, John, what are your thoughts?
Well, on that last point, I'm thinking, it's easy to blame social media, but social media didn't create dead black men lying at a police
Okay,
scene.
there's always been dead black men all the time for years, decades. It just happens that it's being broadcast now.
No, it's being recorded.
It's been no
phone.
different. People act like this is something we've never seen before.
Hang on.
It's been going on for decades.
Hold on, Mike.
That's his point.
Let John finish.
That's his point.
Is that people now have the capacity that they never had before to share this information with people. Yeah. And there's public outrage.
Everything you do can be recorded no matter where you are in public.
And what I'm seeing actually is martyrism. I'm seeing people, the dude recently with the vapor.
Yeah.
You got to be a moron.
No, I think that was a suicide. I do that.
Well, again, it could have been. We'll never know.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So, okay.
He pulled a vape gun out.
San Diego.
It wasn't a vape gun. It was a vapor, but it looked like a gun. I mean, it's a black device with a big long end.
If I'm a police officer and you pull something out of your pocket and point it at me, I'm not taking any chances. I'm sorry.
Everything was recorded.
And you talked about that one guy too.
Yeah.
With the truck.
Which
Tulsa?
Oh, the Tulsa guy. Yeah, here's my problem.
He walked a good 5 car lengths.
My problem.
If your hands drop, why are you going to drop them?
With it is,
and why are you going to drop them right there next to your vehicle?
Well, so okay.
You have no idea when he opens that door if he's got a freaking AK-47 laying right there on that seat that he could have swung out.
Mike.
Yeah.
He could have swung anything out.
But he didn't.
Okay, my point is, why did he drop his hands and why did he go back to his vehicle?
Well, okay.
When he was already being pursued to stop.
Mike, we're talking about taking a person's human life.
Yes.
And if you're going to take somebody's life, you better have a compelling reason to do that.
That compelling reason is everybody's fight or flight is not the same. You think it is?
No.
My fight or flight is much different than yours.
A police officer's fight or flight better be pretty controlled.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
No, listen, here's the thing.
They're human beings just like us.
Yes, they are. And they're not above.
Here's the
and
thing.
with all the turmoil that's going on in this world, not just the United States.
Hang on.
They're all on edge. They're afraid of their life.
Okay,
hold on a second.
But where she screwed up is she lied.
Yeah.
You could hear in her voice. We talked about this last show. Where she screwed up is she lied. She should have just said, "I freaking panicked."
I panicked.
I panicked. The guy was reaching into his pants, and I panicked and I pulled the trigger. I totally get that.
Yeah.
And then it's on that guy for not behaving and doing everything you said he did. He did wrong, but she lied. And she's a police officer. She can't lie about what took place when there's 6 cops.
She panics too. She's only human.
Yeah, but she lied about it in the beginning.
She didn't say that.
And again, she realizes she just took a man's life. She is going to panic, and she's going to try to do anything else in defense because now she's facing charges, which is ridiculous.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
That's ridiculous. That woman. There's nothing wrong with that woman doing what she did whatsoever. No, there isn't.
She's not judge, jury, and executioner.
You know how long will it be before she actually before that trial happens?
Oh, it's going to be a show.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think she'll go.
Maybe she won't.
I don't think she will.
The point is,
they're just doing that now to appease the people.
Dude, listen, you can't
by bringing charges against her.
You can't listen. I agree with you.
Listen, the cops on Rodney King got off. Give me a break.
No, it's not anything.
This is totally different.
Rodney King.
This is totally
totally different. It's completely different.
Rodney King was pretty brutal.
Yeah,
and there was multiple cops on that.
He didn't die. You're talking about.
Well, he did later from some kind of drug overdose.
Right. So listen, I agree with what you're saying, and I think the problem is, and we've talked about this, is that
you're contradicting yourself because I've heard you say before. The fact is, he didn't listen. There's law and order. He was told to stop. His hands were up. You got to be a moron to continue walking to your vehicle.
But you don't shoot and kill him.
When your hands going here, your hands are not up. Okay.
Yeah. Why did he drop him?
Well, okay, but when she said his hand went here, she said he was
reaching in the window.
The window was up, which means she panicked. She should have just said, "You know what? I saw him reach his hand down, and I shot him."
I thought we were talking about Trump and
And
Clinton.
again, do you realize the stress level? You talk about PTSD. Do you realize the stress level that those people go through? You've never done a real world before, have you? And neither of you have you.
What?
Have you done a real world exercise?
A what?
A what?
A real world exercise with a gun.
Yes.
All right, really? I mean, I want you to think about, and you know that's fake, though. Can you imagine really doing that and having to draw your gun down on somebody?
Listen.
You don't.
If I draw my gun, I'm firing it.
Okay. Did you just hear yourself?
Yes.
Did you just hear yourself?
Yes.
If you draw your gun, you're firing it.
Yes.
Well, how come you're not going to assess that real quick in those split seconds whether or not he's pulling it out?
Because I'm not a cop.
That is BS.
I don't buy by the same.
That is total BS. That's because she's a human being just like anybody else.
Listen.
Because she's had the training to defend herself.
She's had multiple trainings.
And to make that decision real quick. By that time, her ass could have been shot and killed herself.
Mike, hold on a second. I think where John and Brian are going with this is that we hold police to a higher standard than we do the average citizen.
I don't want to hear the PC
human.
crap on that.
It's not PC.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Hold
their
standard.
profession.
That standard is off the charts. They're being murdered and slaughtered in Dallas. A man opens up fire on all of them.
They're supposed to have
and you
better
yourself
judgment
said the
than
most
rest
recent
of
one
us,
was basically.
Okay. So why are you yelling?
Okay,
because you got your finger over here. This is
you said
microphones.
You
we don't need you to raise your voice.
Because I'm raising my voice because I want it to be known. When people raise their voices, they're very passionate about what they're talking about.
That's why you're on the show, because you're passionate.
We understand.
Okay. So
you said yourself the one was a setup. The most recent one.
I think it was a suicide.
No.
Which one? Oh, the one with the guy in Charlotte.
Where disturbance at the house and he shows up.
Yeah, that was weird. That was strange because I don't get that. When that guy wasn't even supposed to be there, they weren't looking for him. It seemed like
a disturbance. And he comes out
with a gun.
Blasting. All right, listen, these people all have an agenda, and this media is actually what does it. Everybody gets in a spiral. You can see it on TV.
But that has nothing to do with what that woman did. Okay,
listen, I tell you what.
If she just said to me, she panicked.
You're putting a huge responsibility on
They
someone.
have a huge responsibility. They're the police.
Yeah,
to protect and serve.
I want you to really think about the scenario that she's in. She's got a gigantic 6'7" dude.
You know what?
No.
Another F-bomb!
It's not.
Another F-bomb!
It's not that.
I want the record to reflect I have not used any profanity.
It is not that at all. It's not get out of the job. I don't think you really realize what they actually do. Maybe you ought to go on a ride along with people in Chicago.
You know what? You should probably.
Or even in St. Louis.
City.
Screw Chicago. Go for a ride along in St. Louis for a week.
I think what you need to do is worry about you and not worry about me. Because I've done ride-alongs. I've had many friends that are police officers. I know many of them. And listen, none of them will support you.
You already.
No, I didn't do anything.
No, you basically contradicted yourself.
I did
you
not.
draw your gun, you're firing it.
I'm supposed to.
And so she.
No, she's not.
Yeah, in order to defend herself, she thought, in her mind, she thought she was in danger.
Do you even know the law?
Yeah, I do.
Do you care
in her mind.
Does the law matter to you? Does responsibility
We're talking
of
about
job?
So many people that are killed by police accidents that somebody jumps the gun.
Listen, man, you were.
This is just one. Why was the helicopter even there in the first place?
That's a great question.
Why was it even there?
Isn't that a great question?
On this stupid call?
And then
And then 6 other police cars.
Isn't that a great question?
For a guy whose vehicle is disabled in the middle of the road.
Exactly.
And why wasn't he listening?
I don't know. Doesn't mean
why was he rambling just incoherent things and I'm going to keep walking. There's 5 of you.
We got to go to break. Go to break, Mr. Producer.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
One of the greatest myths about car dealers is that some pay less for their cars than others. Hi, I'm John Roberts, and we all pay the same. Here at Roberts Motors, we can compete with any Ford dealer, regardless of how big they are or how great they say their deals are. The #1 concern of anyone buying a car today is service. At Roberts Motors, we pride ourselves in exceptional service before, after, and during the sale. Stop in today and see why Roberts has been the home of happy customers since 1949, or see us online at RiverBender.com.
Calc Institute of Technology is working for you with career programs for today's jobs. As a career student, you can expect a welcoming atmosphere with exceptional personal service, small classes with one-on-one attention, a set class schedule, and short-term programs that will get you into the workforce quickly. Calc has 2 locations for your convenience located in both Alton and Fairview Heights. For more information, visit Calc online at www.calc.edu.
Trust Family Auto Sales and Cycles focuses on providing you with the highest quality used vehicles in the Riverbend. Before hitting the lot, all cars are thoroughly inspected and serviced in our very own repair shop. We make sure your future vehicle will look like it just came off the assembly line. We have a massive selection of cars with price ranges to fit any budget, and our motorcycles look like they just came off the showroom floor. Trust can finance any credit situation and have you on the road in no time. Whether you're looking for a car, truck, van, SUV, hybrid, or motorcycle, Trust Family Auto Sales has...
Okay, we're back.
Jolt.
Yeah, don't give him any jolt.
I don't want any jolt cola.
Okay, so we're going to venture away from the police talk, and I will tell you this. All 5 counting the producer in here, 100% stand behind every police officer, and we do recognize the situations they're in, and we do recognize that it's got to be... and I'll tell you what, I don't know how they do their job. I don't know how they do it, especially today.
I wouldn't want to do it.
But we want to really...
It's scary. It's totally frightening.
It is. It's totally scary. They don't get paid crap. And, you know, and I don't want to talk about it because of what just took place this morning, you know, and what you said could happen is exactly what happened, and that's why they're nervous, and that's why they should be nervous. So I get that.
They're very nervous.
Yeah,
they are scared. They're human beings.
That. But we're moving on to what we're doing, Trump and Hillary. And you want
I want to talk about the debate. Donald Trump's debate. It was the worst debate performance I've ever seen in at least the past 30 years.
On what? We had the producer chiming in on there, John. I say wrong too. A big why.
You know that your performance in the debate is atrocious when on Saturday Night Live they make fun of you in the most compelling and
That's
humorous
what they're supposed to do.
Of course, because you gave them this Fabergé egg. You put it right there. It's like Donald Trump's idiotic behaviors, his rudeness, everything. They lauded to make a wonderful, not so exaggerated caricature of this buffoon on national television.
He not a buffoon.
He was.
I think that's pretty wrong.
It's totally wrong. You're supposed to be an intelligent lawyer, and you're sounding like an idiot.
So John is a...
I mean...
John's a very...
Well, that's a compelling comeback, but go ahead, Brian.
So John likes the system. John's a believer in the system, okay, and that's where he's at, and that's fine. You can be there.
Then we definitely disagree.
Well, that's why the show.
How am I sitting next to him then?
That's why the show's called We Might
Because
Disagree.
you're bigger than me.
We more than disagree.
Because you're bigger than me, and you'd been out of the shot.
Yeah, we had to move you because we couldn't see Rob.
I wanted to sit next to John.
You don't need to see me. You can hear me. You don't need to see me. You can hear me. I've been told to be quiet too, people.
If we put you next to the camera, it'd be like a total eclipse of the sun.
I've been told I can't cross the line here either. I can't shake fingers either.
Yeah, stay on your side of the table, Mike.
Yeah. Hold it back, bro.
I've got a projectile. Oh, he flinched.
Pressure cooker.
I do think there's one thing that we probably all can agree on, which is post-debate, that Hillary did a psychological operations campaign.
What?
She didn't do anything. She barely spoke.
No, she didn't.
No, let me finish. On the whole Miss Universe issue. They did the research.
Why are we talking about Miss Universe?
Because Donald Trump, 40 days before the election, spent 7 days arguing about whether or not how much Miss Universe should weigh.
And
this man wants to be the leader of the free world, and he's tweeting at 3:30 in the morning about how much Miss Universe should weigh.
Yeah, but
here's the thing. What does that matter? He's showing he's an actual human being like anybody
matters
else. That's why people like him. It's because he does stuff like that.
No, it's not good.
You know what though? I got a big problem with the whole Miss Universe.
Why can't he tweet like a normal human being?
I got a problem about the Miss Universe thing on totally different level. Why is it that when the left trots out expert witnesses, they pick the worst horrible people, whether it's Saint Trayvon of the Blessed Hoodie or whether it's this ex-porn actress murderer, she drove a getaway car for a murder that she admitted to. Why are you guys trotting these people out like they're saints?
So
they're idiots.
Why can't Trump be a normal person like us and tweet what he wants to tweet, whether it's stupid or not?
To Michael's point, what I want to say is this. Okay.
Who knows if he said it or not?
What I would say is this.
Because an ex-porn actress says
given the issues that we have in our country and the concerns that you raised, okay, I'll just stick to those. I want him to focus on those. And
he can, and he does.
But he's got to get thicker skin. He's got to.
Okay, but we already know, we've already discussed this, that he obviously is not going to win because the system's rigged.
Well, maybe.
But I tell you what, if he creates such revolt.
This hurts him. You got to understand.
It does hurt him.
And the phone. I know.
And the media.
It does hurt him.
It does hurt him, and he's got to learn that.
Donald Trump.
So let me tell you
how much of
something.
Trump people? How much of the deplorables? How much of those Trump deplorables, the uneducated shits that basically Hillary says we are?
Play the balls. So time out. So
how many riots are going to cause whenever Hillary is actually?
Well, it's going to be a lot. So what I'll tell you is this: I have
4 years ago.
I have a friend.
Jeez.
I have a friend. Okay, I have a friend.
And it won't be her. We won't even know who it is. We've never known who it is that's actually running this.
Donald Trump's kids have tried to take his phone from him, and he won't do it. This is known fact, okay?
So?
Because it is important.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
It needs to mean something to you.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
So
he's just like us.
No, Michael. No. He's just like you.
Yeah.
No,
and
he
you
is.
Think
no,
you're
telling me. You're telling me that you don't
believe.
say stupid stuff on your thing.
Never.
Oh, give me a break.
I
can argue that.
All right, I have to admit I engaged you in debate once, but other than that, no.
I got something on here for Jim Pawloski. What I'm saying
I've got stuff still saved from your messages where we didn't get along, and they are quite idiotic.
What I would say is this: none of us in here are running for president, and what I would say is, and that's why I don't care about Trump's previous life. I don't really care.
But we already know he's not politically correct.
But I need him to.
People love about him.
But I need him to focus.
You need him to?
Yes. If he's going to be my president.
Brian Belchik needs him to. It doesn't matter what you think or need.
It does.
Yes, it does. It absolutely does.
And again, we're going in around and round here.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Around and round.
No,
your vote doesn't matter. It's all out of our hands, and you've already agreed to that.
I am going to vote.
Okay, I know you're going to.
Is it going to affect Trump winning Illinois? No, but it doesn't matter.
It's not going to affect anything him winning.
But it doesn't matter.
The powers that be.
I'm still going to vote.
Again, everybody's going to say, "Oh, you got a conspiracy theorist on here."
Then why are you even arguing the point?
The point I'm arguing is that
quit making faces in the camera.
You're doing just a vicious circle, just like the government wants you to do.
I'm not.
You're going round and round, and we're going nowhere. We're going nowhere.
Listen, okay, so let's just go hypothetical and say Trump wins, okay? And let's just
if Trump wins, I guarantee you, countries are going to take heed of the United States of America.
I believe so. I believe that.
And he will turn it upside down. He'll dump every one of those people, millions of them, out of this country. Goodbye. You didn't come here legally. Get out right now. I don't care. Your whole family, everything.
And you're okay with
it.
I'm fine with it.
You don't mind if
Do you know how many millions of people are in here?
Thank you.
Yeah, about.
And we don't know anything about these people because they've been illegal for decades.
Well, if they've been illegal for decades, we don't know anything about it, and they always haven't done anything wrong.
I'll tell you what. Do you know what is the story many years ago? And you probably know this, but I don't. But I remember hearing about it. Was it Alabama? And I'm talking. This was probably. I bet you probably over 5 years ago, if not even longer,
right.
Where Alabama wanted to enforce.
Right.
Was it Alabama?
It was Alabama.
They wanted to enforce the illegal aliens. And the farmers down in Alabama, they went nuts. Because every one of the workers that worked for them were illegal aliens. And they're like, you can't do this. And they started going school to school and started taking people out. And then they stopped it. But they were physically going school to school, and they were going to get rid of all of them. And the farmers were like, "What are you doing?"
Did you see?
And all of them left. Their farmers were like, "My 25 workers are gone. They're gone. They ran back to Mexico."
The immigration problem is twofold, and it's twofold because of this. Mike, hang on a second.
Drink some water, bro. Drink some water.
The immigration problem in this country is twofold. You've got businesses that are getting rich off the backs of the work of illegal immigrants.
Which has been going on for decades.
Then enforce
it. Yes, it has.
And that's something Hillary's not going to do. She's going to create amnesty for all these people.
But at the same time...
And let everybody else in. And bring more in. Bring more Syrians in that we don't have any idea about.
You're not letting me even finish. The second part of it is you've got a handful of people on the right that are using these people
left.
for... You don't like it. I know you don't like it, and I know why you don't like it.
Nobody doesn't like it.
But here's the problem:
that's not a United States.
The
United States is more divided than ever.
You got this group of people saying, "We don't want to change the immigration laws because we can keep funneling these people in here to do cheap labor," and then you've got this group of people that want them in here indefinitely and to bestow as many benefits on them as they can and register them to vote so that they continue to vote and stay dependent forever.
Joe Bob Leroy should have shut his mouth a long time ago about not getting paid enough and done his job, and the Mexicans wouldn't take it long years. And now it's not just Mexicans. I mean, every ethnic race you can think of now has moved itself in and taken all of your so-called Americans' jobs.
Right.
And all of the huge corporations have outsourced it, and that's what they're going to continue to do, and Trump has said that.
No, they will.
If taxes are raised, they're going to continue to outsource it, and we're going to build stuff, just like they've been doing for years, out of America. We're not going to build it here. At best, I would like to see Trump bring stuff back from other countries, and at least we can maybe assemble it.
Starting with his own clothing.
Assemble it.
Right.
Assembled in America, at least. Not made, but how about assembled in America?
Well,
I'd settle for that to bring jobs.
I'd settle for him making his ties in America and his other merchandise in America.
I think
I'd settle, you know what though?
If Hillary raises taxes
I'd settle
on those,
for Hillary not taking money from Saudi Arabia and then turning around talking about women's rights when half the country she takes money from and her foundation, whatever that is, takes money
You
from
guys aren't going to like this,
Qatar,
but basically
Saudi Arabia, Jordan.
Saudi Arabia runs us.
You know, countries that enslave women.
They run us.
Persecute,
Those people are
kill
some men, are
homosexuals,
they rich?
and then she turns around and acts like she's the champion of these people here while she takes millions and millions of dollars from these.
You know what?
You don't hear about them at all getting involved in anything.
We don't need Facebook no more.
You don't hear about Saudi Arabia getting involved in anything. In the news, they stay so. That's just it because they're so powerful. Look at Dubai. Look how that place is created in the last 20 years.
It's crazy.
It's a
look at
freak.
Ariel's,
They build
Ariel's,
actual complete islands.
Yeah, they've built land masses.
I mean, just
for their hotels
pumping
and
just
golf
sand
courses.
and just.
It's actually struggling right now.
Well, it's struggling because of the whole world economy. It's getting.
Right.
Yeah, the world economy's going.
It's going to hit the fan.
It is, and I agree. We all agree on
The big pile of
China's economy can't keep going at the rate it's already cooling off.
It's going to splatter big time.
So
everywhere.
a little different subject that, and I've been meaning to ask John about it. I just haven't had time. We've been so busy. And then the show's been a little crazy. So, what's your take on us now being able to sue Saudi Arabia? Because we
terrible.
I
sue again. This is relevant, man.
Yeah.
This is a relevant situation.
Totally relevant.
And it affects you as a business owner. Right. It does. It affects you as a business owner.
It affects all of us.
It does. And
How does it affect me?
It affects you big time, and I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
Here's how it affects you.
Tell me how it affects me. Fixing furniture and restoring antique furniture in my own home and garage. How does it affect me?
Because it affects your government, and your government is where you pay taxes to. I assume you pay taxes.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Just say you do on here.
So
yeah, I do.
Just say you
But
do.
again, how does that still doesn't affect me?
Hang on a minute. Let him finish.
Let me finish. Here's how it affects you. We're now allowed to sue a foreign government for something that they may or may not be complicit in. And even if they are, number one, where do we try that case? Where's that going to take place? How much money is it going to cost to take these people to trial and go serve these people?
It's out of our league and realm. There's no reason for us to discuss it.
No, it's not. It's not out of our league.
You can't
and
do
here's
anything about
why.
it. You can't do anything about it.
The decision to allow us to sue. To allow us to sue these countries is ridiculous because it's going to come back on us. We open this can, now we're going to have to eat it all.
It's Pandora's box in the lawsuit.
It's not going to come back on us. It's going to come back on
but
them.
the worst part we haven't even
It's going to come back on
talked
them.
about.
We are the us, but it's going to come back on them.
It sets John,
And then
as a
they're gonna-
lawyer, would you agree with me?
It
Sets a legal precedent for them to come sue us for any injustice that they perceive.
You can do it now.
They could come sue
anyway.
us for starting any war in history that we've been involved in.
Well, not for country, but I'm saying sue anything in America.
So Rob just hit the note. You hit the note right there. That's what I wanted to hear.
Saudi Arabia wouldn't stand for it.
Listen, okay. So first of all, and I don't want to speak for John.
They could put us in they could put us in a recession.
If I get a word in edgewise,
Saudi Arabia could get us gone right now if they wanted to.
So I want to hear John's take because I hit the nail on that.
Yeah, I want to hear John's take too.
I'm not
because I haven't talked to John about this yet.
I am not a big fan of sovereign immunity. I hate sovereign immunity. I think it's terrible. I think that
right there. That isn't worth anything.
Mike, let John finish.
Saudi Arabia can take that
Mike,
and nothing.
okay, let John finish.
Let
John finish.
I'm not a big fan of sovereign immunity. But if there ever was a reason for sovereign immunity, the reason is if you don't have sovereign immunity, it leads to absolute chaos throughout the world.
I agree.
We are now
I keep thinking of the
subjecting.
movie with Mel Gibson, diplomatic immunity, and he blows him in the face.
No. That's not what he's talking
I
about.
know. That's what I'm thinking of immunity.
We are now opening up
it's the same
every salesperson, every soldier, every missionary who says a crossword to somebody in every godforsaken, judicially challenged place in the world. We have you may not like our legal system, but we really do have the finest legal system in the
best.
world.
It's the
It has
first.
problems.
I'll
yes.
totally disagree with that.
Well,
And what country has a better system, Mike?
I don't care what has a better system.
No,
I'm saying ours,
I mean,
is the most corrupt.
I said
You're
that we had
hired,
the
you're
best,
hired to defend
we
someone,
had the best legal
regardless what
system
you
in
think,
the world.
whether the person murdered and slaughtered a child.
Look.
You're hired to pay to defend that person to make him seem innocent.
Absolutely.
See, that's disgusting.
Because our founding
Absolutely
fathers,
disgusting.
our founding fathers, who you seem to revere, said that our system will require.
You're talking about
people
founding fathers crap that I don't give a shit about 200 years ago.
Listen, even a vampire is entitled to legal counsel. What are we talking about here?
Listen.
We better break on that note.
Yeah, we'll take a break.
Halpin Music Company is so much more than just a music products retailer. We do have great products at great prices, but we've been long known for our exceptional customer service, our friendly sales staff, and highly trained, experienced repair technicians. We have great and talented music instructors, students young and old alike, all age groups. So I invite you to come to Halpin Music Company and experience the Halpin Music Company difference.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Trigger Talents course covers the mandated curriculums of Illinois and Florida. Our facility allows for a safe, professional, comfortable in any weather shooting environment. We utilize a variety of law enforcement targets to illustrate the best shot placement for stopping threats. Our advanced course, CCW Plus, is the only in the state to offer training from a real vehicle in road rage, carjacking, and parking lot scenarios. Over 1,400 people have trusted Trigger Talent to be their choice in concealed carry and advanced instruction. Shouldn't you also?
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
There's no we might. We are.
Come in. All right. Are we live? Okay, we're live.
Here we back at We Do Disagree.
We might disagree, and I need people to stop calling Rob because he actually answers his phone.
I turned mine off.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry. I answered it during the break, and you're going to give me a bunch of crap about it.
Turn their phones off, right? So, you know, I agree with you. I don't like it. I don't think we should be able to sue. It does open up problems. Mike, you're right. Our system's not perfect. It's not. I don't
It's by far not
but it's
perfect.
still
It
better.
never has from the beginning.
Yeah, but
it
you
was
know what?
created to take your money from the very get-go.
Well, then see, you and
Your founding
you and John-
fathers
you and John
created
would
that
probably agree with that
as a scam to take your money, and they've been doing it and building on that every single year. And that's why Trump wants to take that and turn it upside, because he's not a part of that. He's a businessman, but he knows how it works.
You think
And that's just it. He knows how it works. Yeah, he knows how it works. I think he's a billionaire.
His father gave him.
No. Again, don't even go there. Don't even go there saying give him money. And that's why he
If
made
you had
it.
actually
And
invested
you don't
the
even-
money that he had, he would have more money than he has now.
Okay, so
if
he
he
made a
just
mistake.
invested it in the stock market.
Yeah, well, what fun would that be?
And where did the stock
I'm
market
just
go?
saying.
Where did the stock market go in multiple times, like in 2008? Where did that go?
It went to 18,000.
Yeah, invest in the stock market.
It's at 18,000. Well, you know, listen.
He's a smart man.
It's going to collapse.
Listen,
He is a very, very smart man.
And why do you believe that? I just want
Because of his success.
Hold on. This is a serious
He's asking a
question.
serious question.
I want you to lay out the evidence, not your opinion. I heard your opinion that you think he's a smart man. I want you to give me examples of what he's accomplished.
I explained this before. What he's accomplished.
Yeah, tell me specifically.
He's not a politician, so if you're going to say that he's...
I'm not saying that, although I would like to know what his public service he's performed.
Well, I would say just the fact that he's become...
You know how many people he's employed and still employs? All the jobs he's created?
Okay, that would...
Tens of thousands.
That is true.
Tens of thousands of jobs he's created. And He's building the Trump Hotel directly across. He said himself, if he doesn't make it to 1600 Pennsylvania, he'll be across the street.
Is he building one over there? He can't build across the street from Pennsylvania.
No.
You don't even... Yes,
it's
he
called
does.
Lafayette Park. It's down the street. It's not across.
Well, whatever.
I know where Lafayette Park is.
In a matter of speaking, he's going to be there.
Road there.
In a matter of speaking, he directly is going to be there.
I don't subscribe
Right,
to
you know
the
how many
whole...
jobs he's going to create there every time he opens up a place like that?
He needs to because Washington, D.C. is struggling.
Well, there's going to be a lot of people working in that hotel.
Yeah. Listen, I think it's smart to put a hotel there.
I don't think that Donald Trump's...
And you know how popular that hotel's going to be, even if he...
Donald Trump's not the idiot
not
that
stupid.
the left wants to make him out.
He's not a genius.
He's not a stupid guy. He's not a stupid guy, and Hillary's not a genius.
I'm not saying he's a genius. I never said that.
He's not a dumb guy.
He's not a dumb guy.
Even Stephen Hawking I don't consider a genius.
He's gotten...
Some of the crap that comes out of his mouth is just ridiculous.
You want me to pull him back? Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, Robert.
Somebody give Stephen Hawking a golden wheelchair like Larry Flint.
Don't do that. So
the opinions of Michael Hawkins are solely his own. They are no way.
At least he'd be a little more interesting.
We might disagree. RiverBender.com or any of the co-hosts of this program.
Senility does exist in everybody, and the stuff he's been coming up with is quite bizarre.
It is. Listen, I
think he's losing his mind.
I think Donald Trump has done a good job. I don't think he's bad. He's done a lot of great things.
When you say he's done great things, I mean, okay,
In
let's
business.
say he's run a successful business. Let's put that aside, and let's talk about the rest of his life. What has he done?
Well, I mean,
but you see, he hasn't been involved in politics. I think that's what you're trying to create, and that's
I'm not saying that.
thing.
He's looking for what's he done outside of his taking care of himself.
Right. He's created jobs outside of the country too, because he outsources his work just like every big corporation does. So he's created jobs out of the country also for people.
He's getting at.
I'm the
what
last
public services he done. Well, I
I'm the
think
last guy to defend Trump because I don't like him. But my problem that I have
spend half my time defending
in
him.
this, you know what, in this election cycle, the problem that I have is that I like Hillary less.
Yeah.
Than I like Trump. And that's a problem for me because I never thought that it'd get to this point, but it's so bad that I can't even stand it.
Let me tell you what I like about Trump. Okay, I'll tell you what I like about Trump. Trump makes me less fearful to say things that I want to say. He makes me less fearful of that. He's broke that mold. He's also
blunt.
He's broke the mold too that it's not bad to be a white guy.
Let me know when I can speak, okay?
Okay, just give me a minute here, because
it's gonna be a while.
No, it's not. No,
you need an invitation?
No, it's not. Listen, I like a lot of things about Trump. I do. What concerns me, and it is a concern of mine, is his inability to control himself. When he knows, Michael's just like...
He's no different than me not controlling myself here on this stage.
Exactly.
Right, and I wouldn't want you to be president either.
I tell you, if I was president, I guarantee you there'd be a lot more going than just the illegal aliens.
I know, but what I'm saying is, as much as I love you, I don't think anybody wants me to be president. Okay, so there's just
everybody wants me to be the president.
I don't.
I don't either.
Come on,
There's
man.
got to. Listen, the
I can't
responsibility.
get one vote in the whole room.
I'll
Shit.
get you a vote.
There you go.
I mean,
maybe your dog, but
I would never want to take on being a president anyway.
No, and I don't know why Donald.
If I had my way, I'd love to live in the woods.
Yeah, no,
and go raw Grizzly Adams.
Then that's the
just
thing.
like I look. I'd Grizzly Adams in a freaking cabin with a bear. I'd love to go there.
And he could do it. He could pull it off too.
But I take that step.
It reminds me of a great quote.
I can do it. There's enough resources out there to do it.
He just talked about bears, and it reminds me of a great quote.
But you know what? Oregon's already full of people that do it.
It gets thrown around on Facebook. It gets thrown around on Facebook a lot.
Olympic National Park.
I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
Full of you living out in the woods.
This reminds me of a great
quote there, producer.
That a lot of people like to throw around. It's a cliche that they like to throw around on Facebook, and Mike just brought up bears, which reminds me of this. That which doesn't kill you makes you stronger, except for bears. Bears will kill you.
So, Facebook says...
What was that?
So, Facebook says...
That sounded like some kind of political
Trump has
setup.
flown hundreds of kids around the world for medical care using his own plane.
Okay. Is that the Trump Airlines that's out of business?
No, it's just his personal plane.
You're talking about stuff.
So
that's all part of business.
What
Things
I
are
would-
going to fail.
Listen.
Can somebody explain to me how you have a casino and you lose money?
It's easy.
And a casino.
Somebody didn't set the machines
it's called
right.
Odds. Yes.
If you don't set the machines right, you're going to freaking
Can somebody
lose money.
explain? Can somebody explain to me how you're head of the fucking? Damn it! I did it again. Can somebody explain?
We're not even going to be able to
Hey,
air
you did it.
this
He did it.
program.
I've done it twice. All right, forget about it.
Aren't the machines set?
Hang on a minute.
Why does he
Time out.
say we're the
Time out.
loosest slots in town?
Hang on.
How can he say we're the loosest slots in town?
This is getting
Because they set them loose?
Okay, John Pawloski, have you ever been to Las Vegas?
Yes.
Were you there 10 years ago?
Yes.
Were you there 20 years ago?
I don't know about 20 years, but maybe.
Does it look different? Are hotels closing and being imploded and new ones going up?
Sure.
They're not the same owners. They're failing.
Well, or
They're
the
failing.
property value.
Everybody's broke, man. You can't go there and blow money anymore.
So, yes, casinos fail.
Because Obama's made us all broke for the last 8 years.
They got a great hangover clinic out there.
Yeah, they do. So casinos fail, and I think whenever he fell, it was on the boardwalk. It wasn't even in. He tried to experiment somewhere else, and it didn't work out well. But I think, again, you know,
It's Alton.
What I give about Trump is...
The opinions of Brian Belchik are not the opinions of RiverBender.com or John Pawloski, or we might disagree.
Oh, come on.
They're not. They're my opinions. And, you know, listen, all I'm saying is businesses fail. I don't know why that business failed. What are you drinking my water? I told you on Facebook, and I'll tell you on air. Trump's more successful than you and I.
How do we know?
Because he's
You can see it. Have you seen his house? Have you seen his house inside? Everything is gold.
Have you ever seen people with a mansion foreclosed on? Happens every day.
So Trump's broke.
Okay, but again,
is your assertion that Trump's just broke and has been riding the?
I've been in multiple mansions in my business and go pick up furniture.
I mean, the guy's
antique
got
furniture,
money.
and I see these people, and I wonder what they do. Are they a doctor? Are they a lawyer?
A lawyer?
A much bigger lawyer than you.
When you
Because I know you don't have no mansion.
You can't.
They don't get any bigger.
You can't be a
than
bigger
me.
lawyer than John.
No. They call me the big.
Because the house is
You
not.
can't be called the big.
When I go over to St. Louis and go to Ladue,
Pawloski?
and
Come
go to
on.
Ladue and Frontenac and stuff, and I see these things, and I walk in them, and the freaking living room and the foyer itself is twice as big as my own home.
Right.
And I walk into these houses.
Right.
You know, the last guy I walked into, electrical engineer, and I'm like, because I always wonder what do they do to get to this point in their life.
Right.
He's an electrical engineer. Of what status for who I don't know. That just says what he does. But I tell you what. The table he bought was crap, but I'm going to fix it. And
his wife makes all the money.
You know, I mean, his wife took a bunch of china, and this table's like a big 10-foot. And it's sad to say he thought it was real inlay, and I had to break it to him that it was just painted. I mean, oh yeah, we have the inlay. You know, I was like, I'm sorry.
You could be like a rich guy's furniture consultant. You know, you
He
could
is.
do that.
Well, I am.
That's what
He was
That's
quite
what he
he
does.
was quite mad that I had to inform him that it was paint. I said,
That's
well,
what I said, you
do
should
you
do
want me
that.
to go ahead and touch up the actual supposed black walnut inlay around the edge here because it's worn off. He was just ranting and raving about the table and how much they paid for it, and how beautiful it was.
I need to see your plane.
My plane?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show it to you. Let's go to.
No, I want to.
When you're a lawyer, see John.
Pawlowski when
John.
it lands.
John, what?
Oh, that's a long.
That's
you gotta have a big
goes.
plane for that to put it on the side of there.
See, when you only have one plane, you put your name on it. When you have a couple, you know.
Oh, okay.
John, see, when you a lawyer, you know, you a lawyer. Sorry, I'm doing my Star Jones imitation.
Is that what that is?
Nice.
I don't know what you was.
You a lawyer?
I thought, okay, you want us to do a break?
I think
we need to do a break.
All
We'll be
right,
right back.
we
We
need
might
to do a break.
disagree.
All right.
It's warm outside now, but cold weather will be here soon. Protect your home and save money with Eagleboard premium vinyl siding from Eagle Home Improvement. Each Eagleboard panel covers twice the area of conventional siding. That means less air seeps into your home and you keep more money in your pocket. Eagleboard's beauty and performance will last a lifetime. Call Eagle Home Improvement at 259-2500 for a free no-obligation estimate. Eagle Home Improvement, where integrity counts.
They just now did something on that just last Saturday.
Have you not seen it? Oh my God!
No.
It's
It
hilarious.
is so fun. And
Oh,
they-
I just don't watch
I
it
saw
on
bits and
TV
pieces of it. Isn't
Well, I
Alec
thought
Alec
it was
Baldwin?
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin's playing Trump.
I watch more YouTube.
Yeah,
than
I watched a
watch
little bit of it.
television.
Well, I don't watch Saturday Night Live. That was so
watched
funny.
that.
I
You didn't have to watch it. I didn't watch it live. I still saw it.
Yeah.
Like
So how long's the whole
12
skit?
times.
3 minutes. 4
Oh, well, I
minutes.
probably pretty much watched it all.
I
Then.
watch YouTube
When
constantly.
he goes,
That's
it's
all I
pronounced
do.
China.
China. China.
But that's
live?
hilarious.
Are you
Hey, we're
serious?
live.
All right,
We're back.
we're back.
Nobody
We're
producer
having
didn't tell
too
us.
much fun. We're Okay, so if you didn't watch Saturday Night Live, which I know most of you smart people don't, because it's really a bad show.
I don't watch TV.
It's an excellent show. I haven't watched a long time because I don't even know the comedian.
I really don't watch television.
I don't.
I watch YouTube videos.
I love Alec Baldwin though. He's hilarious.
That you need to watch it. Go YouTube it. Maybe we'll get it up on the Facebook page. I'll put it up on the Facebook page tonight. We might disagree. You got to watch it. It's just so funny. And what I liked about it.
What is it? What are you talking about?
The debate.
They're spoofing the debate.
See, I didn't watch the
Hillary
debate.
and Trump.
I didn't watch the debate.
But you got to watch Hillary Trump, and we really were live.
Yeah, we were live. We probably dropped a few curse words.
No, we didn't. We were good.
Well, you dropped.
No, we saved those for on air.
You dropped.
Yeah, we saved those for on the air.
I did one, and then I got the balls.
I got two.
So we're at like
Maybe
an
three.
hour and a
You have
half
4
on the
or 5.
show. Almost 2 hours.
You don't even realize you're doing it.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's do this. Let's end our show positive.
Let's do part 2.
Well, I think we will.
We can wait. We can wait about a month.
The feedback's
let things
been good.
fester up, and let's do part 2.
Let's do an election night special.
Well, we've been talking about doing something.
We can do a Thanksgiving
we'll get
special.
Right there on the TV. We'll get the results rolling.
Thanksgiving
on,
special. Just a little before Thanksgiving. Give thanks.
Yeah, sure.
You know, Jesus and all that and everything. You know.
No, I'll bring a turkey or something.
Yeah,
we already have a turkey.
You can pressure cook it.
I'm a turkey.
Hey, pressure cooker. We'll bring the pressure cooker. We'll cook
I'm
a
not
turkey.
a turkey.
We'll be fine.
So, Rob, Mike, thank you so much for coming on. It's been
Wow, that was an abrupt ending.
It is. We gotta go.
We gotta get off.
We got time.
I didn't know you had. I asked you. You had no time limit.
Yeah,
You
I said
said.
I did. I said we could go a little over. Listen.
This is cutting into my drinking time.
I'm looking forward to part 2 and Thanksgiving.
So thank you guys both for coming on. It was much better than I thought it was going to go. So
Mr. John.
I appreciate it. Hard to believe that makes it how worried I was. I thought we got some good conversation in somewhere in there. We'll dissect it and find it
Producer.
out. Anyway, John, final thoughts, brother?
Well, in terms of our election, I think this is one of those rare elections where it's really, unfortunately, not about who you like. It's about who you hate the most. And I think that's unfortunate. However,
do we all get final thoughts?
However,
we don't.
No, just me.
Every show.
When I was on my way in today, I was listening to a radio show about a guy from Mogadishu and the struggle that he had to come to the United States and all the stuff that he had to do, all the bribes that he had to pay, all the struggle. And this guy literally spent months and months and months struggling because in his country you either were for the government or you were part of the terrorist organizations trying to take the government down. You had to pick. There was no middle ground.
Right.
And we don't have to deal with any of those things. And I think a lot of times
we
take
final thoughts, man.
We take this stuff for granted. And maybe our country isn't perfect, but there's a hell of a lot of people across the world trying to get here, which to me tells me that it's still not just the greatest country in the world, but in the history of the world.
Ditto.
All right. Thank you.
You want to give these guys?
No, I don't want to give them final thoughts, but I will. Go ahead, Michael. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
My final thoughts is the United States. I really don't see how it's united when in the very beginning it was divided into 2 parties, and those parties have now been divided into a dozen parties. And split into more factions than that. How can you have a United States whenever you have 2 different opposing parties? How is that united? When those parties don't unite. They never do. They don't unite. They say they do, but they don't.
Not anymore.
They don't unite. So how can we? I mean, I want you to put in perspective of put those people up there, and the world's looking at us. Every single country in the whole world is looking at this fiasco that is going on. And I want you to imagine what they think of us if Hillary and Tim Kaine become the leaders of this country.
60 seconds, Robert.
How much are you going to be embarrassed and laughed at?
Good final
We're already laughed at.
My final thought was I came into this thinking that we were going to talk about something completely different, and we went down so many rabbit holes, but I think it was fun. It was productive. Even though it seemed like chaos, buffoonery, buck dancing, bojangling.
I think there was a lack of. We needed a little more. But
I will say this:
I don't think there was any buffoonery.
If nothing else, we successfully recreated at least one episode of the Howard Stern Show. So
I'm looking forward to part 2.
We'll see you next week, 7:30 Thursday night. Bye.
Later.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Trigger Talent's course covers the mandated curriculums of Illinois and Florida. Our facility allows for a safe, professional, comfortable in any weather shooting environment. We utilize a variety of law enforcement targets to illustrate the best shot placement for stopping threats. Our advanced course, CCW Plus, is the only in the state to offer training from a real vehicle in road rage, carjacking, and parking lot scenarios. Over 1,400 people have trusted Trigger Talent to be their choice in concealed carry and advanced instruction. Shouldn't you also?